Hey, all you creators out there. I'm Josh.
And I'm Belle.
And together, we're Josh and Belle Create. Today, we're gonna talk about a Disney movie, Encanto.
So it's just about this girl who tries to fit in her own family, but she doesn't because she doesn't have a gift, which everyone has.
So the grandma has this magic candle or whatever. And basically, each family member at a certain age get a gift from this magic candle. And they get their own door with their own room. Use their gifts to help the village and to help the family, basically.
Yeah.
And one of the family members doesn't have a gift. They're taking the gifts thing too seriously. And they're not focusing on what really matters.
Yeah. And you know when the grandma, when Abuela said you were as special as your gift, Mirabelle doesn't have a gift. And she tries to help the family in any way possible, but her family just brushes her off, tells her to step aside, let them handle it because they have the gifts. But all she wants to do is help and contribute to the family because she's part of the family. But she feels like she doesn't belong not because she doesn't have a gift, it's because of her family. Unconsciously, they're separating themselves from her. Because they all have these gifts and she doesn't.
Yeah, there's one family member who does have a gift, but
He has a gift.
but his gift doesn't really help the family, and if anything, the family thinks that his gift makes things worse, so he also gets neglected and pushed aside. Just like Mirabelle, who doesn't have a gift.
Who's your favorite character?
Your
My
favorite
favorite character is Bruno.
My favorite character is Bruno, too.
Oh,
But, I also like Mirabelle.
I feel so bad for him, and you know how Mirabelle, even though she's been she feels neglected and all that, but she's still in the house, she's still part of the family in some way. But with Bruno, he hasn't been with his family, a part of his family for
And yet he
a
still
decade.
helps the family.
Yeah, he still helps the family because
By
he never really
preparing
left
the house
the
without
house.
them even knowing.
He never really left the house. He was inside of the house. Bruno is really misunderstood. And in the song, we don't talk about Bruno. They make him sound like the villain, especially Camilo.
They make him look like a villain. And that's how you know he's not the villain. Bruno was cast aside because no one liked his gift, because they thought that his gift was making bad things happen, or which it wasn't. It was just he can see glimpses of the future, but he can't make a future happen. But even Bruno himself didn't like his own gift. Even he thought it was a curse himself. And it's probably because of how they treated him and his gift. Which is why he ended up thinking that way too. And so he helped the family without his gift. Without them even knowing.
Was patching up the wall. Oh wait, I'm sorry, no, he wasn't. Hernando was.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hernando. But you know what? He always thought that his true gift was acting. he was the comic relief too. With the grandkids, Dolores she can I believe that she could hear Bruno, but she just didn't want to talk about it because no one talked about Bruno, and her parents probably told her too, don't talk about Bruno. But I'm pretty sure that she hears Bruno in the walls with the rats. It's even in the.
She mentions the rats, that she heard the rats. So, and
She probably heard Bruno as well.
yeah, she was just scared to like do the rats.
Well, Bruno.
I will say one thing about the songs though, the visuals, and this is just like minor nitpicking, but the visuals for each song is like one song, they are where they are, and it's just everything that's happening is actually happening. But then another song, they're like in a bunch of different locations and they're not really there, it's just for the song. And then another song, they like go back in time. Another song, time freezes. So it gets a bit confusing, I guess. But it's like for the song, but like half the time, this is actually happening. This isn't actually happening. It just like goes with the lyrics. So it's a bit inconsistent. But I think it works because of the lyrics, and you can still kind of tell what is actually happening in the film. Like, it wasn't too confusing.
I even noticed that until you pointed it out. The songs are really catchy. At first, I'm like, the songs aren't really catchy, and then before you know it, like most of the songs are stuck in my head. And then the Familia Madrigal song, you know, it's just like
it's just
Mirabelle
to like introduce the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it does it well. Like, it's a smart way to like introduce the characters and all their gifts.
In the beginning of the story, you already know everyone, because it's already like Mirabelle already introduced them in the form of a song, and it's a really entertaining way of introducing the family members. Luisa's song, really nice, but it kind of made me it made me feel weird for like a lot of like the scenes, because like she's dancing and then they're like on the clouds with like a bunch of donkey unicorns and
Yeah, that's the trippy one. That's the one that like goes to like different places and you're like, where am I? But if you like actually listen to the song and see like the pain in her face, you're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and Mirabelle could see it. She was like, oh, she's not just telling me about like, she's telling me something. She's telling me that she's also tired. She gets tired. Like, you can see in Mirabelle's face when she was looking at Luisa and Luisa was looking at Mirabelle. Like when she was lifting the house. Oh my gosh, you could actually feel that. And she looked like she was gonna break, but she was like, the house fell on her and then she lifted it up and she was like, no mistake.
So she can't mess up because she has like huge responsibilities, huge heavy lifting, both literally and figuratively, lifting up the family.
But the good thing is, at the end of the movie, you know, the townsfolk also like realize it, that they can't just rely on the family, the Madrigal family, all the time. So they start like helping out. They even helped out build their house. And after that, like Luisa wanted to help more, but like they were like, hey, just like sit back, and then just sit back, we can do this. And for the first time, she gets to relax.
Yeah, I really like that. Like, most of the conflict and everything like revolved around the family, but it was affecting the town as well, because the Madrigals, you know, that they all like helped the town so much that I think everyone in town realized that, hey, it's our turn to help out. It's our turn to help them, you know?
We Don't Talk About Bruno has been like stuck in our heads like almost every day since we watched it.
There's a lot in there too.
every time we watch it, there's something like we see, or there's something different.
Yeah.
Like we realize there's some like foreshadowing, which makes sense that that song would foreshadow because they're talking about the prophecies that Bruno said, you know. So of course it would foreshadow, which is a clever way to do it, you know.
Like Isabella, like Bruno told her that her powers would grow like the vines.
Which they did.
Yeah, and they did. And he told Dolores that the love
The man of her
the man
dreams.
would just be out of reach, but would be betrothed to another, which was Isabella. But that didn't happen. They didn't get married. They were just betrothed, but like
Betrothed.
that's what I said. Betrothed.
I rated it 10 out of 10.
Well, it's a 10 out of 10. It was a good movie. If you guys want us to talk more about movies, like Disney movies, just comment down below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel and
Hit that notification bell.
don't forget, the possibilities are endless.